What is going on? It is the Big Katt coming at you.
With your boy Smitty, here I am. Welcome to week number 8. Is it week 8?
It's week 8 already. Fantasy season halfway over. Kind of depressing.
Hold on, let me cut myself to see if anything happens. Nope.
Then we get to go through winter locked up in our houses again, so that'll be awesome. Really
it's
fun.
It's true. I'm
really
dead inside.
Really looking forward to that.
All right.
All right. So quick breakdown here. So we're gonna try something new. We hear you loud and clear. So we're gonna do 2 videos. So the first video, this one, is hopefully going to be less than 12 minutes long. So figure 2 6-minute segments. Nice, something that kill a little time at work or something. So we're gonna do a short video because it's gonna be kind of a quick recap and a quick preview. And then we're going to do a second a video for those of you who like the longer ones. We have actually got some good feedback on that. So we'll have a guest star this week, maybe 2. You just never know. Talk about some controversial issues and remind everyone that this is just fantasy football. It'll be okay.
Fuck you, man.
We'll get through it. So,
all right.
All right. So go ahead, Dave. Why don't you lead us into the week 7 review?
Yeah, so week 7, I mean, honestly, it worked out exactly like we thought it would. There were no real surprise results, so there's not all that much to talk about. The games were not that close. Crumb Fresh was a big winner over Poppy, expected. Person, Woman, Man, Camera, TV almost tripled up their league, expected. Baker's Brownies with a huge win over Butthole Surfers. So I wouldn't exactly say expected, but Tony's team is really coming on. The Bearded Clam with a big win over Kamala. I would say that's surprising in how few points Kamala scored, not surprising how many points that the Bearded Clam scored. So that's kind of the way I see that one. And the Circle Jerk games of the week. Smash that subscribe button, taking down Big Poppy in a meaningless game. Seymour Bush avoiding disaster in the only way that he could by facing me. In the lowest scoring game, actually, our 2 teams combined for a lower score than Glenn has had in 3 weeks, I think. So
super depressing.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just fantasy football. Okay.
Smitty's in a dark place. There's no doubt about it. So let's. So we each had a little different take on this. So I'm going to go through my weekly awards. So MVP. Barstool Boner of the Week, I'm going to go to my boy Kyler Murray, who, to be honest with you, I did not see any of this coming, especially last year, but this year I think he's the number 1 point scorer in all of fantasy football. So he had an amazing game, and then I'm also going to give myself Manager of the Week because I think I deserve it. So my boy Odell Beckham. I can't explain why it didn't work out, but it didn't work out. As soon as that guy goes down, Baker Mayfield looks like rookie Baker Mayfield. I don't know. So with Odell Beckham out on the first play, I still scored almost 200 points and had a 92.3% efficiency. So that was pretty good. So I haven't done anything good all year. So I'm going to give myself the award there.
Did you have to have a rib removed to suck your own dick right there, or are you just that flexible?
Yeah, I've become very limber throughout the years.
Big Katt's taking yoga.
And so Brady Quinn bench warmer of the week. Is it Deontay Johnson?
Yes, well pronounced. Good job.
So in my notes I have inexplicable. So I don't know how that guy wasn't in the lineup. Like literally he was everywhere. Even the guys on TV, guy you got to start. He's coming back, and the other guy Claypool isn't going to do as well. It was like plastered everywhere in like big letters, and Mike did the opposite. So he deserves a little ribbing for the shenanigans he just pulled in the other league. So,
and especially as like a Pittsburgh homer, you would think he would be like, what? This guy who's been getting like 12 targets a game, maybe we play him.
I mess up every start sit out there, but even I knew that one.
No, but you get to see where his true homer spirit lies.
Oh yeah.
his Notre Dame homer overpowered his Steeler homer.
Yep. All right, Smitty, let's go. Give me your 3.
All right, so my boner of the week was the actual high-scoring player of the week, which is usually what it is, but you wanted to toot your own horn, so I'll give you that. Tyler Lockett, the bearded clam, 49.86 points, 15 catches, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wow, pretty good.
So full disclosure there, I completely missed that score when I was looking through.
That's all right. Not many people paid attention to the guy that scored 50 points last week in a primetime game.
Yep, I do remember that.
Nobody was watching. Big Cat was on the weed. Brady Quinn, bench warmer of the week. In the spirit of the big fella of tooting his own horn, I shall toot my own horn. I fucking freaked out when Emmanuel Sanders got COVID. I went to the waiver wire. I picked up Marquez Valdez-Scantling and started him instead of starting Richard Rodgers, the guy that I paid for on waivers to start because I knew he was the only tight end for the Eagles. Guess what? I lost. MVS had 0.9 points. Richard Rodgers had 14.5. This is the second time I've done this, dude.
You deserve it.
I should have 2 more wins, but I'm fucking stupid. This is sick thoughts. So it's me. I fucked myself once again. Fucking guy gift wrapped 108 points. He gift wrapped a victory for me, and I still can't take it. So it's me.
Yep, that'll be part of my commentary. You know,
you can fuck yourself. You can fuck yourself.
This is general, not just you. Jesus Christ, man.
Hold on, I got one more. You're breaking it up.
I'm sorry. Go.
Fucking Lou Brown. You know what? I'm going to the fucking dregs. I'm fucking scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Save free, smash that subscribe button. Yep. Pulling out the victory with some good management. And he didn't have the highest efficiency, but he made very good decisions, and nobody that he started was defensible for the guys that should have been started on his bench. So really good decision, still 93.2% to give him the win over Panda. He could have very easily made a couple of bad decisions there that would have cost him the game. So I'm going to give it to Dave, making, he took lemons and made lemonade out of that and got a win out of it. So good on you, Dave.
I did notice that as well. Yeah. Getting all he can out of that lineup. All right. So quick, update. Basically the same as last week. So, we kind of pronounced four teams kind of DOA, dead on arrival. We got the Brown Eagles, we got Big Poppy, we got Derelict, and we got the Panda Man. Obviously, everyone's had injury issues, but Mike and Joe got hit real hard, let's be honest. Outside looking in, I actually moved the smash that subscribe button out into the outside looking in. Hey, there's still a lot of football games left to be played. His lineup, his roster really isn't that bad. And then myself at 3 and 4. So then we got Glenn, we got Seymour Bush, we got Bearded Clams, we got Bobby in the top 4 spots, and Tony Z and Bobby G for the wild cards. So Dave, I know you got a couple takes on all that stuff.
Yeah, so there's a couple of teams that I want to put on my watch list. One's on the outside looking in, one's on the inside, and I think they're on their way out. So my inside on the way out team is the Butthole Surfers. I have concerns about what's going on, and it's not just because he's on a little bit of a downer here. Mm-hmm. He lost last week, which was tough, but he's trending in the wrong direction, Bobby G. He hasn't, last 2 weeks, he's been under 150 points. And in the last 5 weeks, he's only crossed 150 points one time, so that's a couple of lucky wins. And I have serious concerns. I think he's on his way out. So there's a team that I think is on the outside moving in. It's you. It's the Big Cat. Couple things, right? Really nice week for you last week. 191 points with those guys that you rolled out there. And then, CMC's coming back next week.
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert is probably he's either going to come back this week or next week. So you've got the starting tight end, and you hope if Goddard comes back, Jesus Christ, it's against Dallas. He could go crazy. Zach Ertz is done. He's fucking done in Philly. If CMC comes back, all of a sudden you've got a lineup that's going to be difficult to deal with. So, I think that you're a team that's on the come, and I'm a little bit worried. Not a little bit worried. I'm straight up worried about the Butthole Surfers. I think he's trending in the wrong direction, and things are not shaking out. A lot of game to play, but that's the way I see it. So, a couple of interesting teams there. Big fella, why don't we look at this week's games and give the boys our thoughts? If I would have been a little more caring, I would have tabulated our picks from last week, but guess what? I didn't.
I forgot.
Fuck it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No one cares. Just know all my picks are right.
Yeah, I nailed them last week. 6-0. Oh, by the way, speaking of, we're not doing our gambling picks. We're going to add those onto the next pod, maybe, or just put them into printed word when we post up our rankings, which we've both updated our rankings. Those are going to be posted. So, but your boy, I don't know about how you did last week, Big Katt. Mop up job, dude.
I was on fire.
I was on fire. I went up 10 units, dude.
I was 4-1-1. I would have been 5-1 if the Browns made that extra point at the end.
Samesies. I would have been 6-0 in my 6-pack pick.
Nice.
I was 5-0 with a push. And that fucking Cody Parkey, if I ever see him, I'll kill him. I'll kill that motherfucker.
What an asshole. Yeah. All right, week 8 picks. So we got kind of 3 shitty games and we got 3 super important games. So we'll start with the shitty games. Smitty, just yell out if you agree or disagree. I got yourself, the Brown Eagles, versus smash that subscribe button. Like I said, I think Dave's roster isn't too bad. I'm going to give this one to Dave Free. Smash that subscribe button.
Disagree.
Oh.
Nah. Fucking Dalvin Cook is back and still on my team.
Yeah.
Haven't got the right offer yet.
Big Poppy versus Derelict. Derelict's roster is no bueno. I'm taking Big Poppy.
Big Poppy minus 37. Big Poppy wins in a landslide. Those wide receivers, too much.
Pandemonium at person, woman, man, camera, TV. Gonna have to give that one to Glenn. But Joe Yee is not doing too bad with all the injuries he's had. He's still scoring pretty well. All right, so games of the week. We got.
Where are we going first?
Butthole Surfers versus the Bearded Clams.
Yeah, I actually had a good look on this one. I had to kind of grind on it because this is a good matchup. I personally have this one going to the Bearded Clam. Why? Carson Wentz is an unbelievable start this week. I like his wide receiver situation, and his tight end situation is pretty good. Looking over at the Butthole Surfers, I'm just not huge on Lamar. Who knows, but it's a tough matchup against the Steelers. Marvin Jones stinks. Darnell Mooney, come on. Bell, you're starting the second running back. I know it's against the Jets, but Montgomery's hard to get excited about. Josh Jacobs is always good. But the Browns actually stopped the run pretty well. It's the pass they can't stop. Their running defense is pretty good. So, I have this one going to the Bearded Clam. I like Andrew in this one. He's been on a heater. I think he's on a tear, isn't he? He's on a several game winning streak.
Yep, for sure.
So I have this one going to Andrew in the Bearded Clam.
I'm going Andrew as well on this one. I think when Carson Wentz can keep up with Lamar Jackson, you've caught a lucky week. So I actually like Carson Wentz better than Lamar Jackson this week. So I will take Andrew as well. That should be a good game though. That was a tough one to pick. All right.
One to watch.
Smitty, you take Cream Fraiche versus Seymour Bush.
The big fella. So we have the aforementioned Seymour Bush against the aforementioned Creme Fraiche. So this is my riser versus my faller, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think you know which way I'm going to go here. I like Creme Fraiche here. A lot of good starts. Brady versus the Giants, I love. His running back situation is not wonderful, let's be honest. But, Melvin Gordon and Darrell Henderson, I mean, who knows how that's going to go. Right now, it's Jimmy Graham at tight end. If that turns out to be, what's his nuts? Dallas Goedert, that is a significant upgrade. And wide
I don't
receivers
think that's going to happen.
Maybe, I don't know. But, Brandon Graham, I think, is a sneaky, really good start against the Cowboys, too. Cole Beasley's been tearing it up, so I like that you got him in there. Over on Seymour Bush, Baker, okay. Zeke is still Zeke. But I think Marquise Brown is going to struggle. Allen Robinson is in the fucking concussion protocol. Henry Ruggs has been a letdown, but he could do something. Thielen's always a good start. Mark Andrews, I think, has a tough matchup. And, I see creme fraiche here for whatever reason. Call it gut, call it trends, but that's the way I see it working out.
Yeah, I'm going to go with myself as well on this one.
Especially because I just watched Mike Davis get tackled for a 4-yard loss.
Nice.
Fucking loser.
If I can get through tonight without Mike Davis blowing up, I think I got a pretty good chance. Baker Mayfield, I like, but I think the Browns are going to have a game plan, which includes running and running and running and running. That's what they would do if they're smart, because their defense is terrible. So just kind of that quarterback difference. Having a man crush on Tom Brady has paid off for me. I got a pretty good backup. So I'm going to have to take myself on this one. I have to win, though. If I don't win, it's pretty much over for me.
Yeah, really. I mean, we're getting to that time of the season, right? Especially you and Dave Freer in the same boat.
Yeah.
If either one of you guys drop any more games, it's going to be trouble town. So,
yep.
All right, that brings us to the big boy of the week, as I see it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game that has massive, massive playoff implications. You got a team that's on the rise and a team that's been struggling. So this is one that I think we can get into a little bit more, although we're
over on time.
Yeah, we're over on time. So we got to wrap it up quick for the boys, for the boys.
Mm-hmm.
We got Kamala and Baker's Brownies. This is an intra-divisional game. Bobby D is lost last week. Tony's on a 4-game heater. Unbelievable scores for Tony recently. Really, really picking it up. Love to see Tony doing well here after a rotten start. Bobby D, excuse that burp. Bobby D, 139 points 2 weeks ago, 130 points last week, 124 points in week 4. He had 180 in week 5, but that's 3 horse shit weeks and 1 good one.
Yeah,
pretty good one. So, yeah, man. You want to take this? Run it.
So, Bobby D would be one of the teams that I would be worried about, honestly. It seems like when I watch some of these games, it seems like Kansas City is playing at 72% of capacity. They could be doing so much more. I think they're pacing themselves. He's had some miracle starts too, as well, like Boston Scott last week. However, I think the everything returning to the median, if you will, he's just due for a win, and Tony's just due for a loss. That's some killer analysis right there, but I think that's what's going to happen. But Tony's team is going to be tough. I think he's just caught a couple bad matchups / bye week problems. So I'm going to take Bobby D getting back in the win column this week.
Yeah, I'm on Bobby also for a more empirical reason, just because, you got Kansas City facing the Jets, who are fucking terrible. They're a joke, right? So Bobby has 2 pieces of that. He's got Mahomes and he's got CEH, so that's great. Kareem Hunt versus the Raiders, great matchup. Boston Scott versus the Cowboys, great matchup. I don't think Miles Sanders is going to be back this week, so Boston Scott is still going to be the guy. Then Aguilar versus the Browns, great start. Metcalf, always a great start. Ridley tonight, I think he's got a couple catches already. I love Bobby's starting lineup this week. Tony,
Aguilar is a great start. You're right about that.
Yeah, I mean, especially against the Browns, he's dude, he's the wide receiver one in
He
LA,
really is.
so,
Yeah.
or Las Vegas. So, but anyway, yeah, I got this one going to Kamala too. I love Tony's team. Don't get me wrong. I think Tony is gonna cause some problems for people in the playoffs. Maybe even Glenn. Probably not, but maybe. But yeah, that's the way I got it going. So that wraps it.
All right. Well, good luck this week. And if you want a little bit more pod coming your way, check out video 2 with special guest star Glenn and Big Poppy.
We'll put a link in right here. I think we can do that actually. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button.